guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with the continuation to my budgeting videos for the month of December. And for today's video we're going to be setting up my sinking funds. Let me just go ahead and get my stickers. My sinking fund tracker here from my shop, Romina. And I could use this roses, but typically I do my sinking fund spread. This is a deluxe monthly planner, by the way, if you guys have not been watching or have not seen any of my videos. I like to do it on the very first page, right next to the quote there. So I think for this month, I'm going to try, I think I'm going to do the gingham washi for this. I usually tend to lean towards using the same exact washi for every single one of my pages per month. But I think today we're going to do something different. So I haven't even talked about anything. I'm over here already laying down stickers, so let me just put my washi down here. That's perfect there. Let's see. So this is my December monthly budget spread. So looking at my fixed expenses, this is where my sinking funds is at, and this month I am going to be putting in there $967. So I have all of that cash because if you guys don't know, I keep all of my sinking funds in cash. I know a lot of people I'm going to lay down the stickers actually while I talk. I know a lot of people either have their sinking funds in like particular savings accounts or cash envelopes, but me, for my case, I've actually keep mine in this little black, I think this is a coupon divider folder. I got this from Target. I'll go ahead and leave a link for it down below as always, and it's just something that's really been working for me. I've been using it for over a year now, and I made these little tabs with a label maker, so I'll go ahead and leave a link for that too, which one of them is coming off, but it's easy to just make another one. So as you guys can see, these are all of my sinking funds, and I just love keeping them in here, and it just works out. I think it just works out better for me because I can put more money than I'll ever be able to put in any of the cash envelopes, as well as I just like to have them all grouped together in one, and that's how I keep those. So if you guys were wondering, I know I talk about it in probably every sinking fund video, but just for anybody who is new, I thought it was worth mentioning. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm putting down my header here, and these colors, like I mentioned in my last video, are super Christmassy and very festive, which, guys, I've already spent a good amount of my Christmas sinking fund, and you guys won't really see much of it today except just the beginning, because you guys will see what I've spent and stuff like that during my November results video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, so there's going to be a couple of changes this month because a couple of things have happened. I might just inform you of one today, and then the next one I might just talk about it and save it until January. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with my funds. I like to keep them, as I've mentioned before, in alphabetical order. You don't have to do this, but I just like to do this. My first fund I have is Adventures. I always mention this, but this was a category name that somebody gave me, one of you guys, and I really like it for just traveling or doing adventure-y things, I guess. I like that category. So I actually used this category last month. I am only beginning with $39. For this month, I'm going to just add $20. And then, as you guys know, I'm not going to add anything for the negative or the ending, because that we see at the end of the month in my results video. So that's that. Next, I have Amazon Prime. I pay Amazon Prime once a year, so I like to have that in here, and I am no longer eligible for the student discount, so I definitely wanted to create this earlier this year. For this, so far I have $60, and I'm just going to add $10 in here. That's just been working for me, so that's that. Next, I have car insurance. And for car insurance, I always have this $50, but I don't want to put it anywhere. I'd rather just keep it in here for any month. Let's say that I don't have enough funds. You never know what would happen, and I'd rather have things like car insurance and car payment as sinking funds. Although I do pay for those monthly now, I still would like to have at least a little bit more than what I have to pay. And let's say if anything happens in the future, I stop working or something like that, I have something to work with at least, rather than not have any money and just have to scramble for it. This month, of course, as always, I'm going to add $300 for this. Next, I have cart maintenance. And for this, I think I might have to get my oil changed sometime either this month or next month. I think I'm getting pretty close to that. And I do have my new car, so I have to ask my sister how it's all going to work. The beginning balance for this is 100, and I am adding $20 this month. Next up is my car payment. Like I mentioned, I do have this as a sinking fund as well, and the main reason is because this fund started as a car fund for a new car, and now that I've taken over my sister's car payments, I take my car payments from this fund. I do like to keep this fund at all times with at least a month worth of car payment. So I am beginning with $257, which I have to mention something to you guys. I'm gonna wipe that out just because, as you guys know, I have my car tags as a sinking fund as well, but I am no longer going to pay for my car tags just because we finally signed the deal to convert my car, which was first a lease that my sister was doing, to just financing the car. So my car payment has increased just a little bit just because it has like some extra insurance and whatnot, and I believe that payment is also going to include my car tags. I believe that's how this whole thing works. So I'm going to combine the leftover money that I had in my car tags. So in my car tags, I had 170. So I'm going to add 257 plus 170, and that's going to be my beginning amount for my car payment. So in total, that is $427. So I'm not going to have a car tag sinking fund anymore. And that's just how it's going to work out for this year, so that's good. And I'm going to add 257 just because I was looking at the app to check out if I had an exact amount yet, and it didn't have anything just because we just made that change earlier this month. So I'm just going to keep it at the regular 257, and I know that the car tag payment will cover for the rest of that. I believe it's going to turn out to be now like 310 around there. Next up, since we're skipping the car tags, it is Christmas. For Christmas, I actually bought a couple of presents. Like I mentioned, during Black Friday there was some really good deals going on, and my sinking funds did decrease. So I am beginning this month with $193, and I will be adding $200 more just because I have to think about presents for my grandparents because they are going to be here, and my uncle and my two cousins. So I think that should be a-okay. I really hope so, but I think so. Okay, so we're good with that. I'm actually really happy about this Christmas sinking fund because I've had years where I've had to buy Christmas presents with nothing but my credit cards, and it makes me happy that I've done a responsible thing, and I started my Christmas sinking fund as soon as I could this year. As I was buying Christmas presents, there was no worry about how I was going to pay it back, and that just makes me really happy. So I am sure if you guys have created a Christmas sinking fund of some sort, even if it was for, let's say, like 2 or 3 months, I'm sure you guys were relieved that you had just at least a little bit to work with, rather than once again be scrambling for money, which I never want to do again. Next sinking fund I have is my date night sinking fund. For this, I am beginning with $30, and I'm going to add $20 to this, which should bring me to $50, which is a pretty good amount, I think. Next up, I have entertainment. For entertainment, I had to get part of my ticket to see Michael Bublé live from my entertainment category, so I only have $10. And this month I'm going to be adding $40. Next, I have my medical sinking fund, and this one I had some savings from my cash envelopes from the prior month, so I am up at $49, and I'm going to add $10. I probably should have added just a little bit more because I do plan on getting, once again, the one-a-day contacts every 3 months, but I had other priorities this month. Like, as you guys can see, Christmas was one of them, and of course, as always, my car payment and car insurance. So that's sort of how I like to see it. I like to prioritize which sinking funds I'm going to need sooner. So medical can still wait. I still have 2 more months, and honestly, I'm not really using my contacts every single day, so I'm pretty sure it will last me more than the 90 days from the day that I got them. So that's that. And then last but not least, I have Go Wild in here, which is a planner conference. I added this, I believe, 2 or 3 months ago, and so far I have saved $165 this fund. I kind of have a couple of news for you guys, but I'm not going to mention them in this video. I'm just going to go ahead and add my money and go. So for this month, I am adding $90. And that's it. Yeah, those are all of my sinking funds. As I've mentioned before, I have just a couple, so I am lucky that I can get away with having both just all of my sinking funds as well as the transaction log that I will set up right under that. Bit all in one page. Okay. I think I'm going to do this one. That's cute. I love the patterns I chose for this one. Okay, I'm going to take my transaction log, which comes in my sinking funds tracker. And I'm just going to put it right there. Was that crooked? Just a tad, huh? That's okay. And then I will put my little transaction log header. So whenever I expenses, make transactions from my sinking funds, I write them down all in my transaction log. I don't like to include any sinking fund spending in my actual budget because it really has nothing to do with one another. These are basically small little savings that I've been saving per each of my categories, and they don't have to do really anything with the money that I earn every month. These have already been put away. It's basically like your savings. Once you put away the money, you forget about it, and it's like it doesn't exist. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my little notebook out of the way. I've already made my lines, and I think to close it out, I'm going to use this last little washi strip. I think I can do that. Put it all the way at the bottom just because I don't know how many expenses I'll have for this month. Okay, so we have that there, and now, as you guys know, this video is also stuffing that sinking fund system that I talked about. So let me go ahead and get all of my cash ready. Actually, before we start, I totally forgot about my beginning and what I'm adding. So for beginning, it's $1,123. And then what I'm adding is 967. So that's what I'm going to be stuffing today. And now I have all of my cash here. So you guys can see my 967, and I'm just gonna set all of this up here like I did last month. I think that was the first one, but I put all of my cash out, like so, or at least for my thumbnail, not that I remember. Okay, let's see. We got the 20s and the 10s here. And then I only have 1, 5, and 2 ones, so I guess we can put it here and here. Okay, so let me get my little I think I might just put it off camera because last time I was very hard to do so. Showing it on camera too. Okay, so for adventures we're adding $20. I think I'll just take a 20 for adventures. Okay, next we have $10 for Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is right here. So $10 there. Next I have $300 for car insurance. So I'll just take these 1, 2, 3. Here. Let's do the 50 that's already there. Next, I have $20 for car maintenance, so I'll just take another 20 here. Car maintenance right here. Okay, there you go. Next, car payment $257. That's what this is for. Okay, so we have 100, 200, 55, 56, and 57. 257 for car payment, which I'm just gonna put in here and then fix later. Next is Christmas. For Christmas, I am adding 200. So 1 and 250, so that's 200. Next I have date night, which I am adding 20. There. Entertainment 40. 20, 40 for entertainment. I have $10 in there. Okay, medical gets 10. There you go. And then last but not least, Go Wild, it's 90, so it should be the rest of this money. So 50, 70, and 90 goes towards Go Wild. Perfect. Go Wild is at the very end up here. Okay, so that being said, I think that is pretty much it for me setting up both my sinking funds spread for the month of December as well as stuffing my sinking fund systems. I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Please do let me know what sinking funds it is that you have that I don't have. I'm always looking for new sinking funds to start. I think one of the biggest ones that I may need pretty soon would be a clothing one. I think I'm going to start adding that into my budget because I have not really bought myself clothes in quite some time. So yes, and hopefully I will get to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.